Hi Stampers! Are you in need of a fun gift idea for someone special? Well, these cute little pouches make great gifts. This little pouch I found on Dawn Olszewski's website, and it has the hot cocoa inside, and it also has a tube of mints. I found these tubes at Walmart of all places, and I just thought that would be perfect to go with the hot cocoa. I also made a Halloween version, and this is the version I'm going to show you today how to make. And inside I put in a little apple cider packet, and of course I had to put a little owl up in the top right hand corner as well, with some pixie sticks attached to it. And this last version is just a fall version. I didn't really have an idea for what to tie on the side, so I just did it in a bow, and I thought that was pretty cute. And the apple cider packet actually kind of matched and went with the color ensemble. So that is another version. So let me get you started on our Halloween one and show you how to make it. First, you're going to start off with a piece of cardstock cut to 8.5 by 5.5. And what we're going to do is we're going to score it. I scored the center line just straight down on 4 1/4, but the other line is actually with the diagonal plate. Let me get this into view here. There we go. It's kind of a tight squeeze. Alright, but here's the regular straight line plate, and you take the diagonal and put it up at the top. I laid my piece of cardstock down like this, and this is at the 5 3/4 inch. So you just take your stylus and run it along the groove that does the diagonal. And basically that's how you create that little shape. So we fold that down. So that's kind of our basic shape there that we're going to be working with. But before we adhere anything, we're going to create this center little apple cider piece. That particular stamp comes from the Monster Munchies stamp set. It's so cute. And the minute I saw Spider Cider, I thought, well, it's got to have a little apple cider pouch inside. I am going to be using the Tangerine Tango ink and a little very vanilla cardstock to stamp on. So first we're just going to ink that up like so. I'm going to take a blender pen because I'm actually going to pick up some of that orange off the spider. But since we're going to be going over the spider with some black, it's not going to matter so much because it's not going to matter to my black pen. So let's put that aside. So now I'm going to get my black marker. I'm going to color the spider. I'm going to color the spider and his legs. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. And then once I've got it, I just huff on it a little. Make sure the ink is still moist. Alright, so that is how I'm doing that. And then I'm going to get my extra large oval punch. I really had to go get it. It was on my wall instead of over by me. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to line that up, punch it out. Now all I've done is I have a piece from Basic Gray. This is a 2.5 inch circle piece from Basic Gray. And this piece is going to go along the front. And this is 1 inch by 4 1/4. And this designer paper is from the Howl's Tooth and Scaring Bone paper. So you can use either side. I thought would look really cute. But I am going to use this side with all the colors. So I like to fold this in half so I could line it up better. Add a little snail. And we'll just stick that down there. Okay, got that. Now with the gray, I'm going to get my sponge. Let me set that aside just a minute. Get my sponge and some basic black. You can tell this basic black ink pad has been well loved and used. I'm just going to go around the edges. Thought it just gave it a little dimension. Nothing major, but made it kind of pop. Alright, so far so good. So here's our pieces. So let's actually go ahead and adhere this right here on the front of the card. Alright, I've got this little guy, but what we're going to do is I didn't have any Tangerine Tango ribbon, but actually my pumpkin pie ribbon that I have is just this 1/8 inch taffeta, and I thought it worked really well. Looked close enough to me. So we're going to take the snail, and I'm going to go back kind of over the top, and don't worry about, I'm just trying to get it towards the middle, because in a minute we're going to cover that up. So it's okay if some of the adhesive is still exposed. But I just totally guessed on the length of pieces. You can make them a little bit longer and then cut them at the end to adjust. Now, on the back of my little stamped piece, I'm going to put several dimensionals all over it. And then that will just stick right on top of those ribbon pieces we did. I really like making little gift items for neighbors and friends. I think it's so cute, and you could even tuck a little note card inside. Alright, so there we have that piece, and that just goes on like that. Now what we want to do, a couple things. First, I'm going to get my sticky strip because we do want to add a bit of the sticky strip along the bottom. That just helps hold it all together. And give that a good press, because I'll tell you what, the hardest part of this sticky strip is getting that red off. Oh, I got it. Hot dog. Alright, I'm going to fold that all together. And once that's stuck, it's stuck. Now, for these holes, what I did for the holes on the side is I'm going to take my crocodile, and this is a retired item, but just had to use it. It just works perfectly with this project. So let me show you, first of all, I hope you can see that. I've gone in about 1/2 inch. It's 5 little of those marks on the 3/16 inch hole side. So I'm going to just push that in all the way, give it a punch, scoot over a little bit, give it a punch. So this is what you should have. And now I'm going to get my ribbon again. And with my ribbon still attached to the spool, I'm going to go down through this first hole, come back around, and go back in this way. And I just leave a little extra ribbon like this off to the side, so whatever I'm going to be tying on, it's ready to go. And I think that's basically it. Just for your little owl, I just stamped him in Stays On, punched him out, added a little bit of orange around the circle. You can attach whatever you'd like to the side of your little pouch. But I hope you have enjoyed this project, and for more fun ideas, be sure to visit stampintx.com. Happy stampin'!